Everybody, welcome to the July 17th Mayor and Council combined work and regular session. Dottie, will you please call the meeting to order and open the public, call the meeting to order and read the Open Public Meeting Act announcement, please.
Okay. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, the notice requirements have been satisfied. The meeting dates for the year are confirmed at the annual meeting and posted on the bulletin board at the municipal building and on the borough website. Published in the record within the first 10 days of the new year, and copies are sent to the Ridgewood News and Star Ledger. Notice of this meeting by the July 2nd, 2025 Sunshine Notice was sent to the record, the Ridgewood News, and the Star Ledger, and has been posted on the public bulletin board in the municipal building and the borough website.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Yakarino.
Here.
Councilman O'Toole.
Here.
Councilwoman Homan.
Here.
Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Here.
Councilman DeLuiso.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Here.
Mayor Wilzinski.
Here. Everybody, please stand to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America, and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Next, we have approval of minutes, May 22nd and June 26th, please. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Yakarino.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilwoman Homan.
Closed session minutes, yes, the other one abstained.
Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Yes.
Councilman DeLuiso.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
I will abstain.
All right, next we have agenda review. We actually have a short agenda. We have an introduction to ordinance. This is an ordinance to amend a portion of our construction code fees. We have not raised our fees in probably 15 years, so this is going to be a slight increase to bring them up to meet other towns. We have our consent agenda, which are matters that are considered routine. A couple things that I'd like to point out. We have 2 DOT grants going in. One is for paving Cedar and Oak Street, and the other is to potentially pave our transit lots. And of course, we have our approval of bills that we looked over, and just like one small change order. And with that, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Does anybody from the public have anything to ask on agenda items only, please? Not seeing anyone, I'd like to bring it back. And I would like to introduce ordinance 25-13. Dottie, will you please read that?
Ordinance 2513, an ordinance to amend certain portions of Article 1, State Uniform Construction Code, Chapter 100-3, fees of the Code of the Borough of Allendale. Roll call. Councilman Yakarino.
Motion.
So moved.
Motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Yakarino.
Yes.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilwoman Homan.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Yes.
Councilman DeLuiso.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved, Holman.
Second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Yakarino.
Staying on the bill list. Yes on the balance, please.
Councilman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilwoman Homan.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Yes, Dottie.
Councilman DeLuiso.
Yes, Dottie.
Councilman O'Connell.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have our council reports. Councilman Yakarino.
Thank you, Mayor. Since our last meeting, we've had 2 meetings with regard to our fields. First, we met with the Allendale Recreation Commission, myself, the mayor, and Andy. We had a great meeting with the Recreation Commission regarding the capital line item that we put in for this year with regard to rehabilitation of our fields and perhaps a couple other storage devices that we've discussed, with the needs of ARC and, kind of what our needs are, and then working to prioritize that. As a follow-up to that meeting, we did an on-site field visit, myself, Andy, and Chuck Strallendorf, who is the president of ARC. We walked all of our ball fields in Allendale. We took pictures, we documented a couple of things. So our next step out of that, Andy was going away, we had the holiday, so we're gonna meet next week internally to start prioritizing what our needs are, and then roll out really a strong, I wouldn't say rehabilitation, a strong freshening program in conjunction with DPW committee, our committee, and all those involved. This Saturday at Crestwood is the Riff Band, which came recommended on the subject of art by many art members, which is an 80s, 90s rock band. They are new for this year. They'll be playing at 7 o'clock. We'll have Tim Dyson back in August and following up with a couple more folks. So we'll round out probably about 4 or 5 acts this year, which is what we did last year. So things are moving along. Thank you very much.
All right, Councilman O'Toole.
Thank you, Mayor. Public Safety Committee has not met since our last meeting. However, 4th of July came and went. Everything went off without a hitch. It's fantastic. So thank you to all of our agencies and all the agencies that assisted us from outside of town. Been working on a few things. Some resident concerns about pedestrian safety in a couple of areas of town, some of which we're able to address easily, some which fall a little bit outside of our purview. We're close to finalizing a long gestating lease with AVAC. And finally, I've spoken with the New York Blood Center, and our next blood drive will be on September 25th, 1 to 7 p.m. May have a change of venue to the community center, so stay tuned for updates.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Council President Homan.
Hi, yes, first of all, thank you to the borough for, and everybody in it for the expressions of sympathy at the passing of my mom. The flowers were beautiful, so thank you so much. As far as water and sewer, we continue, unfortunately, in a really litigious atmosphere. And so I think today I will allow our lawyer Ray, to give the updates as to where we are. But for the community and for council members, just to rest assured that there are many discussions and meetings that are ongoing. And as far as the public, that many times the meetings aren't, emails back and forth. They really are, frank discussions that we're trying to have with the both developers as well as other towns and Veolia. So we're working our best. Thank you.
Much. Councilwoman Lovasolo.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few things. So the Land Use Board met on July 2nd. To go over all the things we normally talk about, individual property concerns, as well as some deer management issues, which include heightening fence heights. I think I brought this up for the last one, and allowing for deer fencing on top of those additional heightened fences. Yay. So that's the code thing we're gonna probably have on the agenda, hopefully for the next meeting.
Definitely for the next.
As well as landscapers coordinating the time that residents as well as landscapers can start work in the morning, because there's like an hour lag time right now between those two times. Another code thing is we are tweaking our Shade Tree Commission, formerly commission, now committee's responsibilities and purview, as well as some rules around trees and planting of additional trees if a certain amount of trees get taken down any property, and maybe creating a tree fund for plantings. We were discussing certain issues with our condominiums in town, as far as what the borough is responsible for providing as far as snow plowing and stuff like that. As always, and this last rain was a good example of issues around culverts and whose responsibility it is clearing some of those culverts. Obviously, things under the road is the borough's, unless it's a county road. But individual property owners, of course, are responsible for their culverts on their property. And we'll continue to remind them of such. Our next land use meeting will be August 14th. And our next finance and HR meeting will be August 13th. In addition to that, I do have some wonderful news that the library wants to share. Lee Memorial Library is celebrating its 125th anniversary this year. They're kicking off the celebration with a family movie night on the library lawn on July 23rd. The rain date is July 24th. And there'll be more celebratory events throughout the year. They're having a special ice cream social event for July 27th at 1 p.m. at the Red Barn at Crestwood Park. In addition to ice cream, the popular duo Mike and Emily will present a folk concert. Yay. I don't know them, but I'm sure they're great. As in the past, we will have our summer fling with a book event during the month of August. And the summer reading programs for adults, teens, and children is in full swing. So stop by the library and check it out. And that's about it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilman Delaware.
No, I do also want to thank our police as well as our DPW for the great job you guys did with this last little rainstorm. Thank you.
Are you done?
I don't know.
She talked more than me tonight.
Councilman Delaware, yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. DPW committee has not met since our last meeting. However, DPW has been continuing their normal activities. I would like to echo what Councilman Lovasola said about the last storm. Thank you, Chief Dillon and the police for doing what you do, and the DPW guys at the cleanup efforts. Really appreciate keeping the residents and our roads safe. Everybody. I also want to thank the DPW and the police and the fire for all the support on behalf of the holiday observers for our 4th of July events. Can't be done without the help of the borough and our police, fire, and DPW. So thank you for all the efforts you guys continue to do for us. That's it.
Councilman O'Connell, you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing to report this month. Thank you.
All right, great. Next, we have our staff reports. Dottie, our standing clerk.
Yes, Linda wanted to let everyone know that the September meeting date has been changed from September 25th to September 18th. We wanted to let everyone know it should be changed soon on the website. And I just wanted to say I had the pleasure of speaking with an Allendale resident who will be turning 102 on July 26th. So that's Elaine Kroll. And I wanted to wish her a happy 102nd birthday next week.
Oh, happy
Can we get
birthday.
a card so we could all sign?
Yeah, we'll do
Can
that.
you do that? Thank you. That would be wonderful. I'd love to sign it. That'd be super. Thank you so much. Chief Mike Dillon.
Oh, thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you to our holiday observers, Mercy Services, Public Works for working together to facilitate a safe and enjoyable July 4th celebration. Police Officer David Warbrick has completed a Humane Law Enforcement Certification class. Officer Warbrick joined Sergeant Dan Rosendahl as our department designated animal cruelty investigators. I actually took that class when I was a patrol officer. It was very intense, believe it or not. Yeah. Every department's required to have
Is
it
it
designated.
all animals or just like?
Yeah, we
dogs? Okay.
service all animals. Yeah,
I just was reading about somebody who ran over those Canadian geese.
Oh, I did see that
Yeah.
article. Yes, yeah. Not in town, but I did see that article.
Brutal.
Yeah, and we actually have horses also in town too. So
Okay.
not that we're called there, but it just requires us to have a certain skill set. And finally, emergency management is starting a process updating their borough-wide emergency operations plan. This involves input from the governing body as well as department heads and is done every 2 years.
Thank you very much. DPW Supervisor, Andy Aguilera.
Thank you, Mayor. Just echoing what everybody said about the last week's, beginning of the week's storm. Teamwork was strong as usual in the borough. No injuries, everybody got home safe. DPW's been busy, beautifying the town, and it's a great 4th of July. Thank you.
Very much. Borough Attorney, Ray West.
Thank you, Mayor. As Councilman O'Toole mentioned, I think we finally have the AVAC lease in a position where the parties can execute it. We can finally put that to bed. I did have the pleasure of just speaking with the chief, talking about some departmental matters. The affordable housing front, we recently had a discussion with both the planner and the Affordable Housing Council, because obviously that plan permeates a lot more areas than just the approval process of COA, or I should say the program. With respect to what Council President Holman mentioned, a little quieter on the litigation front than it was 2 weeks ago, but that's going to be a start and stop process. But obviously, we're in the discovery phase now. I anticipate there'll be further exchanges of documents. There may be some depositions involved. So even though maybe a little quieter over the last 2 weeks, stay tuned. Most of the last couple of weeks have been involved the other litigation. As we mentioned before, we do have some issues with our neighbors in Saddle River over sewer projects and with a proposed development project in Saddle River. It's required quite a bit of time on both the litigation and the informal discussion front. And I know the mayor has been a participant with regularity in discussions with me on that. It's in a rather formative stage. We'll see over the next couple of days, maybe not even weeks, exactly what direction that's going to take. That's it, Mayor.
Yes, and thank you for all your work on that, Ray. We really appreciate your expertise as we navigate through these interesting times. So my report is short. I wanted to reiterate also, we are working still with Fair Share Housing, even though we submitted our report at the end of June. We are not celebrating anything yet because it still has to be approved. There's been a lot of articles in the paper. A lot of people keep sending them where this one has 4, this one has 3. We're not bragging about anything because there is still a long road ahead. And we are actually strategizing and looking for potential, loopholes to make sure that we have a really solid plan. So we have a great team. As Ray West said, we just met with them last week and we're just looking at all angles. So we have something solid to hopefully get approved. And I just want to echo everybody, wonderful 4th of July, the biggest, best day of the year. We continue to meet with residents on a regular basis. Council President Holman and I are meeting with another resident tomorrow. And this is ongoing and we're happy to do it and talk to anybody about their ideas. So please always reach out to us if you have any questions. Our community center is doing well. We've got a lot of summer activities. I want to thank Amanda and Dottie for all their work with that. We constantly get new people coming in. Mahjong now is going to be taking place in there, so that'll be a lot of fun. Of course, the basketball's been huge, and it's been great for the college kids, which makes me so happy. So they have somewhere to go.
They played volleyball today.
And they play volleyball today for the first time. Volleyball, and there's a lot of people there. So we got our volleyball going, and of course, pickleball, doing great. As Councilwoman Lovasolo said, we are working on our deer fence ordinance. It's been a lot because you just have to be careful. You want to make sure that we are protecting all of the neighbors so somebody doesn't put a big barricade around their house. So we're really trying to get a nice buttoned up ordinance that will work. It's not going to be foolproof for some deer, but it might give some relief. We met with the library to discuss potential future projects that they're looking into.
Yep. As
well as we talked about some capital projects with our DPW. And finally, we have the ARC 5K. We are working with ARC, Allendale Rec Commission, which is an amazing organization, in collaboration to find out what we can do to help them with their fields and other activities in town. But we have the 5K, and all the proceeds of the 5K are going to go to all Allendale projects, some definitely being some with ARC. We have an organization that is going to be donating $25,000, up to $25,000 if we raise $25,000. So we're going to try to really raise $25,000. And of course, it's named after our dear friend and longtime resident, Sharon Moran, who passed. And this is something that she would want. She is from Allendale. Her parents still live in Allendale. She grew up here. And that's why all the proceeds are going to just our town. And with that, I'm going to bring the meeting back and ask if there's any unfinished or new business for anybody. Not seeing anybody, I'd like to open the meeting to the public on any item. Anybody from the public wish to speak on any item? Not seeing anybody?
Speak with us after too.
Walter was at Townsend. I tried very diligently to put all the reports. The great difficulty in hearing what a number of you say. Not using this thing.
It's working.
All right, so everybody please speak into their microphone.
What?
We hear it. We hear it.
I understand that.
Do you have a question, Walter?
The question is, I would appreciate greatly hearing what each of you have to report.
Okay. So there's minutes after each report, after each meeting. We have minutes where they're all written out, and we can certainly send you a copy of that if that would be helpful.
And the bishop.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we'll try to talk into our microphone louder. How's that? Yes.
Yes, for Walter.
Anybody else from the public wish to speak on anything?
But thank you, Walter, for caring about what we're reporting on.
Not seeing anybody, motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, everybody.
Great job,
Good
Dottie.
night.
Dottie.
Hey,